Shuck it, duck it.
Hey, what's up, my brother?
What's going on?
Ain't nothing.
What's happening?
Just took a quick nap. I'm good to go now.
Okay, a quick nap. I don't know where Charlie Brown is. Why? You had all day to get here, and then you can't get here.
Hey.
All day.
What did it say? All night long? Probably was up because of all night long.
All night long. Yeah, you must be up watching a movie all night long.
Yeah.
Good Lord, dude. You can't get to work on time. Tamika, don't forget the ticker, baby. That's the intern in the bank, and she's going through the hoops all through by herself. You got to go into brands and put the ticker on. There you go.
There you go.
And change that out every 5 minutes.
Yeah, she's getting there. She's getting there.
She'll be all right. It takes about 3 or 4 shows by yourself and you get it right. You just got to go in and practice on your own at night. Sandra is with us. She had to go pick her son up from football practice, so she'll be back in a few minutes, I guess. And I don't know where Charlie Brown, he probably caught on the freeway in traffic somewhere. Eric Scott is still off. We should have Jay Jones and Amir Torre and Robert Bryant joining us tonight for commentary. Right. I don't know whether Sandra's guest is coming or not. She invited Pat Gunn. I don't know whether Miss Gunn is coming. But we're all here, and we have a lineup for you all that you all ought to be happy with. Mr. Brown, he gonna give a subject that he wanted to discuss, and then you don't be on time. How the hell you gonna do that? Don't send me no subject unless you're gonna be on time.
Right.
You don't be on time. Don't send no subject. Just let me get it off. It's your subject. So I'm me and Bernard gonna start on the program doing what we do, and we'll go from there. We'll get it all right from there.
And we'll see them when they pop in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, how they say, don't stop no show.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Right. That's right. Don't stop no show. Don't stop no show now. Well, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started on the first subject because the first subject, producer.
There it is.
Did you run them crazy last weekend with that?
Man, hey. But hey, you know what? I think that's the trademark because every time,
they didn't tell me. I gotta ask Tamika and Crystal whether you ran them crazy because I was out of town and you were. I saw y'all look like y'all had a ball.
Man,
Y'all
Man,
like y'all had a ball on Friday. Y'all had y'all shirts off. Y'all just was having fun. I said, man, I really missed it this week.
man, Jew, man, that it was crazy. It was crazy. But like I said, I was giving Natasha thanks for, you know, revamping it. You know what I'm saying? And she put it in the, you know, we in the right order now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Natalie.
Natalie. Yeah, Natalie.
Yeah, Natalie. Oh, I meant to send Natalie the invite too. I'll send the invite to Natalie because she said she wanted to pop on and talk tonight. I'm gonna send her the invite as soon as somebody else come on and y'all start
Right.
with conversations. I'll send her the invite.
Yeah.
One of the things we got a lot to talk about from Afghanistan to COVID to when you kick your kids out of the house. We got a bunch of stuff tonight,
Right.
and that we're going to just have honest, frank conversations on.
Yeah.
All the way down till we get to the end with voter suppression in Port Wentworth. So we're going to talk about a whole bunch of things tonight, and y'all just get ready as soon as my other people come. Sandra went to pick Chris up. Jay late. Jay, you gave subjects too, so make sure you be on time too when you give up a subject. RG, we're waiting on you whenever you get in here, RG.
Yeah, that RG. We was waiting on RG. I think RG went to Hawaii last Friday. I don't know where he went at, but hey, Jude, he probably still eating no beans he had on from what last week.
He had some beans on.
Remember he was on there and he had a big old bowl of beans or something.
Oh yeah, I thought he was eating cereal or something, but he said there was some beans or something. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
But we're gonna get started on this first subject, and this first subject, I don't know whether have have Tamika been putting the comments up. I wasn't watching.
Yeah, she put them up. She just put them.
Oh, okay,
She can
okay.
write want to.
I can't see.
Yeah.
Um, and anybody that want to call in, y'all can call in anytime tonight when you feel like it. We're open to all the questions that you want to put up to us. We'll answer them, even if you have some tough questions later on tonight when when the show really gets interesting. If
Right.
you have any questions, we'll be ready for you to answer. If it's about any subject that we have, even the Port Wentworth voter suppression questions about my candidacy for mayor. So we're gonna get to that last.
Yeah.
So for right now, though, we're gonna go with our first subject, and our first subject is fleeing Afghanistan too soon. So, what is your take on that? What do you say about them, America leaving? I'm talking about they took every single troop up out of there.
You know what? I you know what? When I found out, I mean, I don't do too much watching the news or whatever, you know. But when I found out that JoJo pulled them out, I was a little disturbed, and I seen the image of all the kids and you know the planes and they flying, you know, falling off the plane. My thing is this: I think just my personal opinion, and who don't like it, that's just it is what it is. I think he shouldn't have never pulled those troops out. You've been there for so long. He ain't pulled those troops out anywhere else. He should have like kept doing what they was doing because those troops was kind of leveling, keeping things at peace. And you know what happened? I'm gonna tell you what happened, you. You just because you running for president of the United States and you give on your election, you say these are things that I would do when I'm in office the first 6 months. And one of them was pulling the people out of Afghanistan, which you can't always you can't always you
Keep
know
all your promises you made.
Right. You can't always keep all your promises. And that's one of the promises that he shouldn't have never promised. And it was a bad move for him to do that. Now, since now they're trying to backstep themselves to try to like, you know what? It didn't go right. It didn't go right. It's too late now. It's just like putting a bullet in the gun and you shoot somebody and you shoot the wrong person.
Right.
You
And
know.
the thing is, we got permanent bases in Japan, Korea, Germany. There's no reason you went over there. You occupied this country.
Yep. Yep.
You occupied this country, and then you're going to all of a sudden pull out and leave the Taliban and Al Qaeda going to be fighting for control, blowing each other up and everything. And the thing is, this is my feeling, Bernard. If you go over and you occupy a country, then you might as well have them change some of their ways when they're around you.
Yeah.
And the reason I say it is that it's hard to conceal a bomb when you dress like we do.
Yeah.
It'll be bulky. But when you dress like they do in a damn sheet,
yeah,
for lack of a better word, their clothing is loose fitting and big.
Right.
You can't tell what's under it.
What's under it?
So anytime you come to me, you got some people that don't let you take that makes you take your shoes off at their door.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same thing with me. Before you come in here, you either gonna strip naked if you was dressed with that sheet on, or you gonna come dressed like an American.
Yeah.
So we can see it's for safety. It is a safety protocol that they should have put in place. I need to see what you got on.
Right.
I need to see that if you do have a bomb, it's so little that it ain't gonna kill every darn body within 50 feet.
Right.
That little bomb might kill a couple of people, but it won't be as bad because it has to be smaller, But people just aren't thinking,
Nah.
You got to be able to do something to stop these people from these suicide bombers, because really America's getting out there because it's a different type of war. It's a different type of war because the mentality and the mindset is totally different. You see, before you could hold a gun on somebody and make them drop it.
Yeah.
These people here are going to press the trigger on there and blow themselves up. They don't mind dying. So
Right.
it's a whole different mindset. So you have to think outside the box when you're dealing with this, with where you at. You got to be in that theater.
Yeah.
You can't be in the same theater you are everywhere else in the world, because some people mind dying, and some people don't mind dying.
Yeah, because you know how many presidents say they was gonna pull out. Every president that been in there so far, they say the same thing. Hey, we're gonna pull out, but they didn't pull out because they didn't have a plan, so they let it be. So all of a sudden, JoJo, okay, he didn't have a plan, and all of a sudden you pulling out. I think number one, he really and truly is a mess. They let down no people down there. And I mean, people are upset. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know who gave him advice or whatever. That should have been the last thing you even were talking about doing. First thing you should have been doing, trying this the virus, the structure of this world, of this America. That you should have focused on us instead of that focus on pulling the people out of Afghanistan. Now it's not. Once they go, Drew, that's it, man. It's like unless you're gonna send them back in there, but you don't send them in with 20,000. You send them in with 50 or 60,000.
That's right. That's right. You could have put your base there and still had a strong foothold in the Middle East. You could dispatch your planes and soldiers from anywhere over there. I mean, from over there to anywhere in the world or anywhere in the Middle East. Yeah. I don't know what the hell the thinking was. You make a promise that you're gonna get people out, but then you got to go back and say, no, we're going to have a permanent base here. We're going to make it safer. We're going to make it safer for these people. But this is the thing, Bernard. Then they want to bring 19,000 or more. How many people they brought over here? Anybody got that number that the refugees that they brought over? If you got that number, put it to the bottom of the screen for me. Put it in the comments so we can. What is the total number of people they brought over here? Now, they brought these people here, and where are they going to put them? You done displaced all these people to bring them here now. You shouldn't
Yeah.
have fought the war over there if you're gonna bring them over here.
Right. Right.
Either wipe the Taliban out, 120,000 people,
120,000.
120,000 people that you've added to the population of the United States.
Yeah. That's a whole city.
120,000 people.
I got my partner. He's in Texas, El Paso, right? And they brought him when it happened. They brought at least about, I think he said it was 10, maybe about 10,000 of them on the base now. On El Paso, on Texas, on the base, they had to find room for. That's a lot of people. That's a
And the
lot of.
bad part, that is, and the bad part, Bernard, I don't know, did they screen these people? Because you bringing them over here, and then some of them might be terrorists for real,
Right.
with a bigger plan.
Or
You know?
COVID. Or COVID.
COVID. You bringing all these people here, and did you test them for COVID? Did you make sure that each one 120,000? You don't know who could have infiltrated and snuck in and
Yeah.
getting ready for a big master plan.
Yeah. But you know,
Man,
you're right. You know what, too, Jules? Not only that, okay, you got 120,000 these people coming to America, right? Okay, you just had one of the worst incident in New Orleans, you know, in Mississippi, the Gulf Coast. You know what happened when Trina came through? All them came here to Atlanta and Savannah and all that. So you talking about more people coming in the state of Georgia now, you know.
and the thing is, I guess they're thinking that the people don't want to go back to work, that they'll put these people to work. Oh Lord, Robert is back eating them. Robert is back eating them beans again, Bernard.
Oh Lord, oh Lord. What are some good beans?
He'll put himself in a minute. I see him back there. I guess he'll put himself in. You do have admin, right, Robert? Put him in, Tamika, so we can see what he want to do. Did you have your admin?
I just assumed that the producer let me in. I'm in here eating main garden today.
Oh, okay, main guard. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to run from Bernard, but I figured I couldn't get too far.
Yeah, the producer, she knows that you have admin capabilities, so she'll let you in. You let yourself in when you want to. She know that about you. Yeah. So you eat main garden. So
Main garden.
Chinese fried rice.
There you go.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
See, my dad like Meals on Wheels, but what I do, I'll mix it up with me and Mama. So I'm not gonna cook. So I'm going around the corner.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
How they doing? They all right?
Oh, they're doing fine. They're doing
Okay.
fine.
Now you only gonna get in trouble with one person, and that's my executive producer. The executive producer told me that nobody else is to be eating while they're on camera.
Hey, I'm about to say that. She got me. Okay.
So that's the executive producer, Natalie. Oh, I gotta send Natalie the link because she wanted to say some things tonight. But the executive producer told me to make sure that nobody else is eating while they're on camera. She said that's not how we're gonna sell this platform or this show with people eating.
Well,
so I told her, okay, we'll make sure that we take care of that.
That's Jimmy J's fault. Jimmy J come on here eating all crazy. I eat properly.
That's right. He got me. She said, "No more eating. No more eating."
Yeah. So we're talking about the Afghanistan situation over there, and we just want to make sure, we spent our first 20 minutes on that. If you got anything that you want to say about it until we go to before we go to COVID-19 numbers, you go ahead and give yours.
There's two parts on that, and I don't know if y'all see my post or people see my post, but the first thing, it amazes me how our good Republican friends can all of a sudden believe in socialism. That's one thing. But yet we got hungry folk over here, and we got black men being hunted over here. But that's an okay thing with Republicans. The other part of it is, did people forget that it was two Republicans that messed us up in the first place? It was Bush 2 that got us into dumb war, and it was Trump that was negotiating with the Taliban. So I just want our Republican friends to help me understand what's going on there, because I'm lost.
Yeah.
Drop mic.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know, man. My thing is,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay to go around the world and help people. It's okay. It's okay. But man, sometimes why don't you got to clean your backyard up first. You got so much issues in America in their backyard, and you focus on pulling these troops out. And come on now, I don't know.
Let me tell you, part of it is our government, part of it is the media and how it's being spent, spun, or how whatever I think in the word. Give you great. When I was in Virginia working up there for a school, I had the opportunity to go to 2 foreign countries, Malaysia and Sarajevo. We get fed one thing, but these international countries, they don't like us meddling in their business because we meddle in their business and we want things to go the way we want them to go based on our values and how we see things. That's not how they want it to go. So what we see like it's all terrible and horrible over in those countries, when all actualities it's fine for them. That's some of that stuff is what they wanted anyway.
Right.
So a lot of times Americans used to get the hell out the way, mind our own damn business, and figure out what we got going on. But no, we want everybody in America to think we're here to save people. It's almost like this white savior complex. We don't need to always go in and save people. They don't need us to save them.
Yeah. Save yourself. Save yourself.
That's it.
Save yourself, man. It's like my thing is this. I get so tired of straight up the BS. Until you show us. Just what these around the world countries should be saying to us. Until you show us that you can handle your countries, keep your ass out of our country. Period.
That's it. We don't even have sensible gun laws, much less go around telling people how they should operate. Right now, we got a whole state of Texas, y'all, that's telling folks, guess what? It's my right to wear a mask, but it's my right to tell you how to operate your body as a woman. Come on with that bullshit.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah.
But America has done that, been the world police for too long. Some of the other countries have to take that weight also. Mr. Allen said that, what did he say? It's something he said. He said cheaper to have them here spending money than spending money and losing troops over there. That's a good point, Mr. Allen. That's a good point. But I think and that's only because of the type of war that they bring to us. They bring a war of suicide where they don't mind dying. If it wasn't for that, I believe the Americans would not be. We wouldn't be scared to do anything over there, and we would be still over there. Well, if we could just point a gun at somebody and tell them to stop. But since you can't, because these people aren't going to stop, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Rebecca said we already live among many American terrorists. I'm not afraid of refugees. We should have made a trade. You are absolutely correct. We should have took those 120 for those 15,000 that went into the Capitol on January 6th, and I know a couple of more that we should have here in Fort Wentworth that we should have sent with them.
Yeah.
People on. You end up with some crosses in your yard tonight.
Man.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, it's a war here.
Look, yeah, we'll show up now, though. They go ahead and plan it. We're going to show up now.
Yeah. Melinda Gwen thought I ain't heard from you, and I don't know where Ivan Coyne at. I don't know where Ivan at.
Right.
Ever since he was supposed to show up on Bernard's show, we ain't seen Ivan Coyne in a while. Man, 3 weeks or so.
Where he at?
I don't know. Ivan, are you all right? Make sure you call, check in, Ivan Coyne, because we looking for you. Anybody tell Ivan we looking for him.
I believe he told me he was going out of town for a couple weeks. I think I'm not sure, but he should be back. He should be back this month. Yeah,
they're trucking that brother.
Okay, they go. Melinda Gwen. She Melinda. I ain't heard from Melinda about 2 weeks. Okay. we're glad to have y'all back. We're glad to have y'all comment. If y'all got any questions that y'all think we should answer, we will answer those questions. We're going on to our next subject. And the next one is what to do about COVID-19's rising numbers.
You know what? Let me start with this part here. For the
Go ahead.
parents, and we preach to the choir, but for the parents who don't understand, you don't send your damn child to school sick, y'all need to be cited at least $500 for every child and every time they go to school sick. Y'all need y'all ass whooped for that. Because what's happening is, what happens, the children go home, spread it, not just to their peers and their brothers and sisters, but they spread it to elderly folk who could die. So for every child, for every parent that's sending their child to school knowingly sick, you need to be fined a $500 fine. But if we had, leadership that would make sense, that would happen. But we just, do what you do what Kemp tell you to do. So whatever. I'll stop there.
Yeah. Hey, that leadership.
And this is why I need Jay to bring the balls in. Jay, where you at, Jimmy J?
Yeah, Jimmy J. What he was the other night on your show, Bernard?
Huh?
What was he the other night on your show? He wasn't Jimmy J. He was
Hype Jones.
Hype Jones. Hype Jones.
Hype Jones.
Hype Jones, something special, boy.
Hey, Hype Jones, something else, boy. Hype.
Hype Jones.
Woo.
Hype Jones was special.
Hey.
I couldn't believe you had Hype Jones and Jamal with their shirt off.
I know it. Jamal came on there with a shirt. He said Robert told him to do it. And Robert didn't even show up.
Yeah, I couldn't even get on. I had to go back and look at the show later on because I couldn't hear it because I was in a place that was loud.
Right. Hey, we're gonna keep our shirts on this show. We're gonna keep them on.
Oh yeah, we can't take the shirts off right here. Can't take them off right here. One of the things with this is all the hospital rooms are full. In Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, North Carolina.
They're not
Florida.
balls, but hey, y'all get the point. Sorry.
What's that? Hold on. Say that again.
They ain't really balls, but y'all get the point. Which side is our government gonna use here in Savannah?
Oh, there goes Sandra. Sandra is back.
No, ain't nobody gonna talk no more tonight.
I know it. Oh Lord.
John, they had talked about the so I'm trying to protect you, my girl.
Hey, listen, Dr. Bryant.
No, I'm trying to protect
you. Shit. See,
I try to tell them.
Light-skinned men ain't even in yet. For one thing. See,
that's okay. We got 2 more months. Don't be hating.
All right. Because y'all went out with the barge.
We coming back with the bonnet, though.
And Melinda, we didn't mean to ignore your football questions last week. I didn't see them, but we don't like to ignore, especially one of our most trusted viewers. We didn't see your questions. I didn't see it. Yeah. But we got these rising COVID-19 numbers, and that is more young people are dying. They're being affected. This Delta variant is affecting young people in particular worse than the first wave. And we are not alarmed. That's my problem. I don't understand. Why aren't we alarmed as we were when the first wave came through, when 600 people a day was dying, not being diagnosed. 600 people a day was dying in New York. And now we have these hospitals full all over the Southeast on fire.
I think that it's a media thing because we already know that we're not going to close back down. We already know this. I mean, they don't care who dies at this point, And what I'm pissed off about this morning, I know y'all didn't ask this question, but I'm pissed off about the fact that we don't have control over the fact that we can't have abortions in Texas, but we have the right to not wear our mask and kill the next person, but we don't have rights over our bodies. I'm just saying. So I'm pissed today over that. You know, they want the. I mean, these Republicans. They're so freaking selective over what they're willing to get involved in. You know, they don't want to be involved in making sure that people wear masks and protect their fellow man, but they do want to make sure that poor people, poor women, you know, not poor people, but poor women don't have access to their abortion rights.
You know, it's funny that you say that, because if you look at it, Natalie, are you ready to come in? Just hold your hand up, and Tamika put you in whenever you're ready. I don't know whether she can hear me or not. If Tamika put you in whenever you get ready to come in, just wave your hand. It's something that we're missing, that everybody's not actually looking at. And Sandra, your picture is frozen. I don't know what kind of cable y'all got out there. The hurricane bothering y'all out there.
The governor got him. The governor Avatar to shut her damn mouth.
Shoot.
Governor Avatar don't do that damn show. All they rubbing me to talking that mess.
Am I still frozen?
Well,
Yes.
hey, RG, you on it tonight, boy.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you.
Some of that.
You knew better than that foolishness.
Y'all leave my girl alone. Hey, but you know, if a person refuses to get the COVID-19 vaccine, should sign a waiver. If they get infected, they cannot come to the hospital and get treated, because apparently they don't trust the medical community anyway, right? Make a good point. One of the things that we are missing is this. And Sandra, this I know you watch everything, so this is why is it, especially in Texas, that nobody can agree on anything? The Republicans always got something stupid that they want to give to the American people, and they pass it because we don't go out and get involved and engaged in politics so we can vote, and we don't vote to make sure that we put the right people in. So they get to pass all the laws they want, even here in Georgia. They get to do what they want to do because we don't vote the way that we should. We come out only in special occasions, when it was Ossoff and Warnock. And we came out for Stacey, but it wasn't enough. But then we saw that we could win. But it's a pattern. Y'all don't see it. Everything that the Democrats want, the Republicans hate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then every time the Republicans put something on there, the Democrats always trying to be nice and give it to them. Stop being so damn nice. We're too nice. That's one of our problems. We're too nice.
Exactly. Yeah. You're totally correct, Julius. And
Natalie, are you ready?
I've been saying ever since they passed that Juneteenth, you know, and ever since I moved here to Texas, I have noticed that Black people are very, very passive here. You can really call a Black person the N-word here, and they won't say anything. If they are from the state of Texas, they won't say anything. And that's how I know that they are the reason why they didn't know that for 2 years they wasn't enslaved. And that's why we had 95 bodies right there in Sugar Land. I don't know, y'all might want to look this up. It's called the Sugar Land 95. These were people that were enslaved way after slavery. They were called they were put in mass grave. It was 95 of them. They were just they were given to the state. I think they were in jail or something like that, or
Well, that's what they do.
on parole or something like that.
Well, that's what they do to us. And just like um, somebody just commented, I saw it. I think it was Dr. Betty. She said even when the Dems do what the Republicans want, they will change their minds and go against it. You know, and that's true. They will change their minds if we start agreeing with what they like, because then we like it, so they don't like it no more. And
Mm-hmm.
it is just political theater also, so that they can um, uh, cater to their base,
Their
and
base.
their base is kind of like kooky, so they don't want to be with anything that we like.
Yeah.
Natalie, what's happening? You ain't here just to smile.
Hey, hey everyone. No, I would say I had to unmute my mic. You know,
You had to unmute your mic.
I did unmute it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we heard you.
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, but it's
I was
it's
just
kind
gonna
of like a
say that.
feedback. It's bad feedback on somebody's end. I don't know what kind of cable y'all got. Y'all must be stealing cable from across the street from your houses or stuff.
We all have to change the night, boy. I tell you.
I know.
Sandra on froze up. Natalie's on sound funny. Who y'all got?
Jimmy J don't know how
Is
to.
mine still sound what mine shouldn't sound funny. Mine doesn't sound funny on my end.
Oh.
Now. See? Probably from somebody eating.
Ooh.
I heard that earlier. Anyway. Anyhow, the political arena is so venomous now. It really is. It used to be a opportunity to debate and to, you can have opposing views, but it was still a debate. Now it's just literally picking sides to fight, and that there's no intention on resolving the fight. It's just we were coming to fight. So that I think that is what makes it easy for people not to participate in the political process. It makes it easy for people to say they don't want to voice their opinion because they see just how venomous and how no one's looking for a solution. All they want to do is fight and tear down the other side. And I think that's, becomes disheartening, and it's hard to share, the passion of participating in the democratic process of this country with our young people when this is what they're showing. Why it's hard for me to encourage my son to get involved in a process of people who just want to fight. That's a hard sell.
But you know what? On bringing back what Jules and Sonya I'm saying, my thing is this: if you JoJo, right, and you're a Democrat, and you got 50 Democrats, 50 Republicans, and the Republicans still running things, you might well get one party. Because they still dictating everything, no matter what. They still dictating. At the end of the day, it's a hot mess in Washington, D.C., like I said. And at the end of the day, nobody ain't got no kind of answer. They got a lot of questions, but they don't have no answers. With this corona, a lot of questions, but don't have no answer at all. We in a crisis in America, and he's spending his time pulling some troops out there somewhere else. Man, you need to focus on what's going on in America. Because at the end of the day, it's going to get worse before it get better. And that's my opinion.
Hold on. They've been talking about you, brother. I've been trying to hold you down.
Who been talking about me?
JJ.
What's up, big bro?
Ain't nothing.
Who been talking about me, big bro? I know you'll tell me.
Hey, look here. Look here.
Hey.
I heard you was cutting up Friday night.
We're cutting up where?
I don't know. I just what they say now. Somebody named Hype Jones. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is. I be Chad today.
Don't shoot.
I be Chad. I be Chad today. Julius didn't even see my name was Chad today.
Look here.
Chad.
They about to jump Julius out there in Fort Wentworth.
That's why I drive the long way home from Savannah.
You ain't going to Fort Wentworth.
No, I don't even go that direction of Fort Wentworth.
Hey.
Look, Rankin.
Hey. All my brother had to do one call. All Drew had to do one call. That's it. Let me get
one call.
That's
That's all.
Hey, Miss Natalie, how you doing?
You know, one call. That's all.
That's
Hey, Jay,
all, boy.
before we
Yes,
get
sir.
started, we need you to get the balls out.
No, the balls are the other side. I ain't even pulling the balls out, man. The balls are only exclusive for the 10:30 hour on Friday night when you see my brother, big brother, Bernard Brown and his show.
That's it.
That's it.
We'll bring them out there.
Then we'll bring it out there. That's when that's hype. That's the show. That's the show.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
That's the show Hype Jones participates in. On the Rabble, I be Chad. I be Chad on the Rabble.
Hello, brother Chad.
What's going on, my brother? Where's Chandra at, man? Where you at, Chandra?
She's still frozen.
Oh, she's frozen in time.
I'm right here.
Hey, sis, how you doing, baby? I don't see your face.
Your face is frozen.
And
Lord,
I don't see
on my other computer.
I don't see Elsa either.
Let me go and get on my other computer.
I don't see Elsa either. That was a frozen joke, y'all. Y'all
No,
supposed to
see,
I know it
Chandra was
wasn't
talking
Yeah.
shit about Governor Abbott. So Governor Abbott went on ahead and had his people going to shut Chandra down. He said,
Oh
y'all
man,
want to talk that shit
I
about
ain't fooling with them. I ain't fooling with them. I be
In
Chad.
about
I be
5.3 seconds,
Chad.
Governor Kemp gonna come for one of us. So y'all better get ready.
Oh, y'all, I'm
Julius,
back.
Julius Hall is back. He taking phone calls while we live. I had to come on here, man.
Yeah, y'all know these are important phone calls, so we'll talk about that at 8:15.
Oh,
We
they don't
got
tell you they
like
come out
20
there bring
minutes.
the crosses. They're gonna bring 3 crosses to Julius and Lawn in about 10 more minutes.
I ain't gonna let that happen. Me and brother Bernard gonna shut that down. Ain't no crosses coming to Port Wentworth.
Nah.
Look here.
None of
I already
burning
had to
crosses.
talk about 5 people online there in WTLC thread.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
I
Hey, I don't mind. I get a kick out of that foolishness.
yeah. I had to cut my phone off. I had to
Look
cut
at
it
one
off.
thing I do know. They ain't coming over here. They ain't gonna come down Steele Avenue with that bull. You might make Liberty Parkway.
So what y'all
come
been
all
talking
the way.
about, man? What y'all been talking about? They ain't coming Liberty Parkway. I
They
got
come
family
out
over
there.
there.
I ain't gotta worry about none of that.
Well, with the first 2 subjects we had was fleeing Afghanistan and COVID-19. We're about to talk about the subject number 3 because we only at 8:20 we're going to be talking about some serious stuff about voter suppression and voting and the Willie Lynch syndrome and the rest of those things.
Okay.
So we need to get these other subjects in as fast as we can. And the next subject, producer.
Hey man, reserve that for the 10:30 hour now. Come on now. Bernard, if they take all your stuff, man, I can't take my shirt off no more.
Hey,
Y'all in control.
Yeah, we're going to get the shots out on it.
I'm gonna have to patent them now, boy.
You gonna have to patent your things, man.
I know it. Producer, patent it.
That's it. Mrs. Producer, go ahead and patent that on up.
Okay, our third subject tonight is when do you kick your adult kids out the house?
Hey, the key word is you kick them out before they become adults. Go ahead, Brother Brown.
I'm gonna take this one. Hey, I'm gonna be biased. Now I kicked my son out the house.
Well, that's how you supposed to do it.
Okay. But my daughter, she gonna stay in my house as long as I'm here. She can stay. I can't kick my daughter out.
I don't disagree with you, Brother Brown.
That's just it. You know, I kick him out to be a man, and he wanted to come out. I said, nah. But my baby girl, she can stay with me as long as she want her.
As long as she want, big brother.
Yeah, that's just me. You know,
But let
you
me
got to
tell you
protect the
something.
girls, man.
Honestly, I don't understand a male that would want to stay there anyway. Let me tell you, I'm so happy to get back in my own. I love them. I love them to death. But I
True.
can't see a male wanting to be there past age. Hell, at 15, I'm ready to roll.
Hey, RG, both of y'all chasing, so both of y'all can't be chasing in the same house.
You know what? You so
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can't both be
boy, I
chasing now.
tell you.
Natalie, don't get quiet on me now. You over there giggling and laughing now. Go ahead. We need your
What?
perspective too now.
No,
You said I'm
I'm
trying to hide.
I'm just saying I don't know about kicking
Your
any
mic
of
is
my
bad.
children out of the house. My mic is bad.
Yeah, your
I,
mic is bad.
I can
Really?
hear it. It's good. I can hear it. I mean, I don't, you know.
But
Hey, Chad.
somebody got a lot of feedback in their thing. I
Well,
don't know what
I
Zabi
I
got.
hear
Chad.
no feedback.
Okay. Because you're gonna kick Corey out in about 3 years.
Okay, so let's be clear on this so you can hear me real clear. I will never kick my son out of the house.
That's how it works.
I just don't.
Uh,
What I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure that my son grows up to be a man who wants his own. So, I don't think I'll have to kick my son out the house
But y'all,
if I ensure that he has the title on his own.
Dr.
but that's
Chandra is
how it
back on the
goes.
mic.
The mothers, the sons and the mothers stick together. So that's how it goes. And the daughters and the fathers stick
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Which side? Even
But hey,
Georgia.
Robin acting ever since he got on this show, boy, he was acting up. All right, it got to be the beans. It got to be the beans.
Where are we now in the agenda?
Lord
You kicking
bless
your
him.
son out the house.
Yeah, we talking about how you kicked your son out the other day.
she kicked Chris out when he was 13. He just keep coming back.
You'll be ashamed of yourself.
First of all,
That's
I
awful.
don't kick any of my children out.
That ain't what Julius say.
No.
You might as well kick Chris out because you trying to kill him.
Because they get my children get right. They know rap type. Yeah, they know that. But, you muted IB Chad.
You know what I do, Bernard. You know what I do when them kind of words come out, kill and all that stuff.
There you go.
My face disappear. I ain't trying to be in no kind of screens about killing and murder and everything like that.
He don't want to be in no mess.
No, I said they know how to get right. I mean,
Oh Lord. My
but-
charge is sweet.
but I'm gonna say this, because I was the one that wanted to talk about this, and the reason why I wanted to talk about it is because I think that our children are falling behind as far as adulthood because of the fact that we're allowing them to go out there too early. You know, Hispanic people, Indian people, other cultures do not allow their children, even once they turn 18, to just leave the house unprepared.
But Sandra, what? If you keep them in there too long, then you baby them and they become dependent upon you.
No.
If you
It's
keep-
not a thing of dependence, because they're teaching them how to be adults while they are in the house. But they're teaching them adult things. So
listen, you can let Chris go right now, and Chris gonna make it because Chris done got hard. You done whipped that boy butt so many times and done jacked them up. Chris ready for the world.
Yeah, but is he?
So you basically abusive.
But the thing is that is he financially ready?
You like that even for?
Is he financially ready? Is he education ready? Because like my sister she left the house. She was probably about 27 by the time she left my parents' house. Okay. But the reason why I want to kick her in the face a lot of times is because she did not.
Camera shy goes away.
My sister didn't utilize the time wisely, because had my parents allowed me to stay at the house until I was 27, by the time I was 27, I had already had my bachelor's and was finishing up with my master's. Okay. So I would not have had student loans. You know, I wouldn't have had any student loans had I been allowed to stay home until that time. And that's the reason why I tell my girls, listen, you don't have to leave home until you are ready. I have a cousin right now. She didn't leave home until she was actually 31. She finished her undergrad and she got her law degree. Okay? She don't have no student loans.
But is she gonna be ready for a man?
I don't think I think it's a case by case situation.
Right.
Yeah.
I really think it's a case by case situation.
So now she's engaged. She's a lawyer for, well, she started off as a lawyer for the school system down there, and now she's practicing law with somebody else. But the thing is that the reason why we're so far behind, or our children are so far behind, is because as soon as they turn 18, well, we're already threatening them before they're 18, because we're already telling them by the time you're 18,
what's on?
Not all of them behind.
Sandra. Now I'm trying to let you. I'm trying to listen to you now, boss.
And
but I want to get mine in there too.
That's what I said,
by the
Bernard.
18, they leave, and then what? And then they're struggling.
I think.
All through their
I think it's a part of preparation. I think it's all a part of preparation. I think if you prepare your child correctly, like I said, me and my sister came out of the same household. Yeah. Nobody knew me and my sister came out of the same household, because when I was 18, they didn't have to kick me out. I tried to get out before I turned 18.
Hello.
Because that's how my parents raised me. My father raised me that way. But I will say this, and Bernard, I came from that same background you come from, where the man, look here, man, before you can even, get settled at 18, you need to be out the household. My sister could have stayed in that house until, matter of fact, she probably did stay in the house till she was 40, because she could come anytime she wanted. She always had a key, and it was always there, because they always want to have an invitation for a female to be able to come, just in case she gets an abusive relationship or any kind of situations like that. So I that's why I don't have any girls, because I know I would have been stuck with girls all my life, because I would have had to buy guns and all kind of stuff like that, but like my big brother Bernard has to do, and threaten to kill people and everything like that. Because that's just the way of the life of the law when it comes to a female. But I Chandra, I don't disagree. But my thing is, Johannes, 18, I'm gonna do everything I possibly can. But that joker gotta go, because I gotta live my life too. Now, if I gotta buy a house for him to live on his own, then we'll do such thing. But we're gonna prepare him.
Hey, Jay, Sandra gonna have Chris like this here. Alan said he got 5 kids in our home, 4 out by the age of 20, 1 in his 60s still at home. 60s.
I think it's a case by case situation, world.
Now, Julius, I raised 6 kids. No. And all of my older 5, they're very self-sufficient and everything. But I still wanted them to be wise. I wanted them to move in with each other.
Oh,
You
hell
know,
no.
no, I wanted them to move in with each other.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because even if you didn't want to live with your mother, you
I
know,
mean,
until you finish college, move in with each other it because it costs less. That's the
Charlie Brown.
reason
what it
why
comes down to, Sean, like that
that's
people,
the reason why these Indians are
no,
able to
baby.
get
To
all of
me,
these
like me,
damn.
I value my privacy. I don't want when I'll tell you, I tell people now, my friends or whoever. When for example, when I come home from work, I don't, and I've been like this forever. I don't want to see no breathing human being. Period. I don't. I've been around people all day long. I don't give a damn if you're my brother, sister, whomever. I don't want to see a breathing human being for the next 4 hours. And if you don't have that privacy, that can make somebody really go like, wait, whoa. You know what I'm saying? So I think I get what you're saying, but sometimes folks got to learn how they learn. I mean, you
Well,
being in the house with somebody ain't gonna make you learn financial responsibility. Ain't gonna make you
I,
learn how to get up in the morning. It's just not.
I think as young people grow and as our children grow, um, you have to give them the opportunity to learn those life lessons. To I'm and just so you probably preface this, I'm the mother biologically of one, but I'm the stepmother of 8. Um, so understand that children are going. I mean, if you think back to how your 20s were, you know, there are opportunities where, okay, well, mom, I had to come back home for a minute. I had to regroup. You know, I think it's just a matter of nurturing and being supportive to our children and our youth. And unfortunately, over the generations and generations that we've had, we're not able to necessarily prepare or provide our children with a lot of the things that um, those who brought us to this country have been able to do for their children once they reach the age of 18. A lot of folks have different investments, have insurances, things that they tend to gift their child when they graduate from high school that pays for their college, that helps them with the down payment on their home. You know, there's things that we as a people don't have the luxury of being commonplace. I'm not saying some of our families don't do that, because there are some who do, but the majority of us don't have that luxury. So we want to just make sure that we're there for our young
Well,
people when
And
they.
that and Natalie, I came home. I came home twice. I
Mhm.
came home to now, mind you, I didn't stay more than 6 months because, as an adult male, I just didn't feel right being in the house, being told be home at this time, or you can't do this, or you can't do
Right,
that.
Right
And
on.
so
right.
I made sure I had separation anxiety, and I kicked rocks after 3 or 4 months. Both times I did come back into my household.
But that's but
You
see,
know,
that's the joy of teaching that's the joy of having young people in your home, to
you got
understand that
music.
when you live in my home,
I
you
don't think
live
they
by
can hear
my
me
rules.
anyway.
And when you
Please,
want
can
to
you
live
hear
by
me?
your rules, you have to have your own home.
They can't hear
okay,
me.
That ain't good. There
Charlie
it
Brown,
is.
what did you say?
There it is.
I
That's
was
it right there.
I was simply saying that what's happening to a lot of the young people who turn 18, they're not actually ready for the world. I think it's a little bit too early, and I think we're putting them out there, and that's why a great deal of the black young men are going to jail because the dad said you got to go, and they are not mature enough. I honestly think it should be at least 22 before they start putting a lot of pressure on them in that sense. You spend a lot of money bonding them out of jail, but you don't want to give them money to do other stuff with a lot of time. We got to reevaluate. I don't care. I don't know where this bullshit come from, that 18. That shouldn't be a standard because
Cha-
some of the individuals are not ready. I'm telling you, they're not mature enough to be out there on their own.
Charlie Brown Jr.
Thank you,
disagree with you,
Charlie.
man. Charlie
Good.
Brown Jr. disagree with you.
You got people right now, 40 No, years old, and they still not ready, and they out there.
But
No,
but
no,
if we
no, no,
prepare them,
no, no, no. I'm not saying when you're 40. I'm saying you've been under your mom and dad umbrella
You talking about 16, 17, all of a sudden you turn 18. You talking about it's time to leave.
I
There's
think
something wrong. They're not ready. And
I
I'm
think
telling you, that is one of the biggest problems,
I
in
think the
my
problem
opinion.
is, and Chandra, you said it, you alluded to the other cultures. The issue is, and I talked about it last week, I believe, we haven't learned how to pass down generational knowledge. And that's where the gap
Or
is.
wealth,
We don't
or
pass
wealth, or
down
wealth, generation
or
wealth
what,
too.
none of it. And so now all of a sudden we see other cultures doing that. That's because in the indigenous community, there are things that are rites of passages that young
Correct.
people go through that we have forgotten because the pastors and the community organizations have forgotten about that. And now we're so damn individualistic and we want to bring it back. What is it that we want?
You're absolutely right. Thank you
Well,
for sharing that.
I mean,
You know,
I
again,
feel like we should
again,
stop
we need
being
to reevaluate
individualistic
somehow.
for one thing. Go ahead, Charlie.
I say we need to actually reevaluate. I don't care what other people do and what other culture do. We got to look at how many young black men's in jail who 18, 19, because they're out there trying to hustle because they're on their own. I'm
Char-
telling you, it's a major problem.
Charlie, the
Exactly.
major problem I see is the dropout age rate as far as the dropouts dropping out at 15, 16 years old in that household and they ain't recovering. It's so many things I can call out as far as statistical rates.
True. I understand.
Yes, it is true. That is the truth of the truth.
My daddy dropped out of school.
We not talking about your
fourth
what
grade.
when did
my
that happen,
daddy
Chandra? When did
took
that
care of
happen?
6
We
kids.
talking about Chandra. We talking about 2021. Your daddy dropped out at that age in a different time frame where he could go out there and get a job with a dropout as a dropout. Now you
18,
can't do that. You can't
Right.
do that today. Chandra, my daddy dropped out too, and he's got a job and he retired and everything under the sun, and he went and got back and got a GED. But you do that in this day and time, you're not gonna survive. People
And I tell
barely
you, but
survive
there's
with a
another
high school
difference.
diploma.
When our parents were growing up, there was accountability on the streets. By the time you got home from school, your ass was what 4 times, and then you got another one when you got home. We don't have that accountability in the community no more. The last time we had that, and a lot of people get pissed with me when I bring it up, well, my good friend Daddy, Reverend Benny Mitchell, was the last pastor here
Yeah.
that gave a damn about this community. And
Yeah.
any pastor that want to get mad at me about it, I don't care. I don't see that even anymore. We don't
Yeah.
have the same accountability measures nor support system in this city of Savannah that we scream about some damn mentor programs to put bricks on the goddamn Broad Street. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh shoot!
All
Oh
right,
You're
now
right.
shoot!
sound like you should run for office.
And
Go
but
ahead,
what you
Dr. Brian. You got a point there. You know
yeah.
what else we doing? We not preparing them. Are we sitting down when they're 14, 15 and
Oh,
say, this is the budget? This how you make out a budget?
Exactly.
All
I
we
agree.
doing, we not
Exactly.
teaching them to do it. 18 come, boy, you got to go. Jay,
Yeah.
I don't agree with you. You are
I don't agree.
sending them away.
No,
But
I'm
you
not.
know
No,
they
I'm not. No,
cannot
whoa,
go
Bernard,
18 years
Bernard,
old.
he ain't gonna call my name out, and I don't come back for him now.
No,
He ain't
go
gonna
ahead.
do
You
that.
can come
Go
back.
ahead.
I'm right here. I'm not going nowhere.
Charlie
You're absolutely
Brown
wrong.
Jr. is going to
You're
talk.
wrong about the 18.
Charlie Brown Jr. is gonna
You're
talk.
wrong about the 18. You are absolutely wrong.
No, you are wrong about
No,
not
I'm
putting the
not.
standard. You are wrong about not putting the standard out there on the
No,
age. Whether
no.
they succeed or not at 18 is irrelevant.
No.
But you have to put some kind of standard out there, and that's the problem with
I'm
society.
not
We
saying-
don't.
are we
Charlie,
doing
I
that?
sit there and listen to you. You gonna listen to me? Mute him, Julius.
what?
Mute
You
him.
talking
Mute him,
to
Julius.
me and I
Mute
was
him.
talking. No,
Mute him.
sir. No, you were
Mute
talking
him.
at the same time I was talking.
I ain't never talked when you
Blow
talk.
out, okay?
No, I
This
did
is
not.
where you dealing with.
No, I did not. How
don't
dare
piss
you
in-
talk to Charlie
don't
Brown
piss
Jr.
in
like
my
that?
face and tell me it's raining.
How dare you talk to Charlie Brown Jr. like that?
You don't piss in my face and tell me it's raining.
No, I
I'm
told
telling you.
I told you it was snow. Stop lying on me.
We need to reevaluate.
No, we need to we need to set standards for these kids. That's what we
I
need to
agree
do.
with that part.
We need to
But
set
at
standards.
18,
If the standards gonna be
They're not ready to go.
well, watch this. At 16, they ain't ready to drop out. I don't see nobody hollering and screaming about that.
Well, I would holler and scream about that.
I don't see
If
nobody
you're
hollering and screaming about
if
that.
you are allowing your child to drop out at the age of 16, you are a sorry ass parent.
But you know what, Chandra?
Chandra?
Chandra, the problem is this, Chandra. You don't have to be a sorry ass parent. A child can drop out without any kind of reservation, without any permission.
That's right.
In the state of Georgia, it does not require a parent to sign it.
In my house and be a dropout.
Chandra, that's your house. That's your house. We talking about houses over here. Chandra, we talking about houses over here. Come on now.
No.
If you went to Windsor Farms, you wouldn't drop out.
If a parent has a standard, you don't let your damn child drop.
They ain't dropping out of Windsor Farms.
Chandra, folk been allowing folk to drop out.
I bet they drop out over there in Texas.
Can't feed themselves. How are they allowed? How are you allowing them to just drop out of school? They gonna have
because Chandra, you keep saying how did they allow it? You're not understanding. A child at 16 can sign the paper consenting themselves to be a dropout. They don't need a parent. That's what you're trying. That's what I'm trying to get you to hear.
That law change.
They never gonna change that law.
But if you are a real parent, your child already know, because I got a 16-year-old right now, and I promise you this, he already know that he got to get up for school every damn morning, that there is a school day.
But you know what? That's not like these parents that say my child ain't having sex. Yes, they are.
Oh,
yeah.
That's not. Come on, what you gonna do?
I buy condoms for that.
Hey,
all night long.
All night.
I'm saying now here fucking they can drop out.
See, you setting yourself up to abuse a child now. Because when he don't listen to you at that age, then you want to hit him side the head.
That's the prison.
What do you mean? No, sir. When you raise a child, the Bible says, raise a child up in the way that they must go.
Go ahead.
When they are old, they will not depart. So I tell you what, if your child know that education is a standard in your house, Chris knows that education is a standard in my house.
Correct.
So,
But Julius,
I ain't gonna say no more, Julius. Julius, I ain't gonna say nothing unless Charlie call my name again now.
I want to say this.
So what do you do, Sean?
I want to say this. Let me say this. You have to realize by they dropping out at 16, that is the prison system product. They want that to take place because they need the free labor, which is slavery, the 13th Amendment, to put them in jail. So we got to come up with a plan.
Go to vote. We got to vote. We don't vote. So there you go.
Listen. Can we say something good about the kids? God damn. I'm so tired of sitting here listening about the bad.
They said the best on the call.
Can we say something good about
beat them?
No, we are talking about the ones in our. We're just trying to say what's happening.
But no, they said the best on the color purple.
Okay?
Beat them.
well,
Bernard Natalie, go ahead and give us the best about the kids.
Hey, it's some good kids out there. Everybody raised
no, they're not saying that. We know it's great kids out there. We're only talking about those. We're only talking about them one or two. See, even the kids that are out there committing the crimes in the gangs, it's only about 1% or less of those kids. They're the same kids that we're talking about right now. Those are the same kids. But we can't beat this horse in the dirt.
I blame Charlie Brown.
Yes.
Producer, next subject.
Next subject. We already touched on this here because this is what y'all are saying.
No, don't start up again.
African American family bonding. We only have in 11 minutes we're gonna be
because the family don't meet together on Sunday.
Hey, they can't bond if we ain't bonding on this show.
Hey,
and Jimmy J won't listen to me.
And we'll talk about that on America After Dark. We'll talk about that on America After Dark.
But I say they can't bother.
Y'all leave my friend alone. Y'all, I told them to leave you alone now. I don't know if they're gonna listen.
Okay, well, we already really talked about that because that was part of what we were talking about, kicking the kids out of the house and bonding at the same time, because Sandra is trying to say that we need to bond with the kids more, teach them more of what we know was hell. The parents these days, you had babies having babies. What the hell are they gonna teach them to have a baby? You know?
Y'all so dirty. Y'all so
All
dirty.
night long.
All
Y'all so
night,
dirty.
all night, all
You
night.
know,
Oh,
and
But
I believe that,
responsibility.
you
This
know,
our
them
responsibility.
enacting these anti-abortion laws, you know, which our people, we ain't having abortions like that anyway. We can tell that.
Yeah. Well, I know a couple of people
I'm
here
just
in Fort
saying,
Worth that got
you
me
know.
not wanting to ever challenge abortion again, because never mind.
Oh Jesus. My
What?
God.
Don't go there. Don't
What?
go there. I'm talking to Jewish Hall. He know where I'm coming from.
I blame Charlie Brown.
Oh, please, Jay.
I'm not against
I'm being
abortion because of them,
quiet.
okay? Because of them, I'm not against abortion, all right? So anyway,
Okay.
who's to blame for the issues in the black community? Now let's get to
I,
that, because in about 10 minutes we got our last two subjects are long, so we're going to be. Let's get to who's the blame for issues in the black community. Y'all go ahead.
I think Bernard Brown, his night show has got to do a lot with the deterioration of the black community.
let me
Listen to that,
let me take my camera off.
You ever see that show?
You said Bernard Brown is the problem.
That show is destroying the American fabric of the black community.
Hey,
Is it somebody else who is to blame? Is it
No,
the
on the serious side. I'm just
Is
joking,
it
Bernard.
Democrat for
Charlie
being
Brown all night long. Charlie Brown all night long.
Charlie Brown all night long?
Mr. Producer, next subject. Touchdown.
No,
On the serious side, let's come up with something. Where's that?
I mean, the breakdown in the black family occurred during slavery and was perpetuated during welfare. When they brought on welfare, it was perpetuated. So, I mean, everybody knows this. When
I'm not having. Let me take my precious.
The black family part, we never did anything. You know, we never did anything to stop it. And then we condoned every damn thing, and then started watching all of these white shows like Roseanne and everything, you know, where their kids could always say things and to their parents that we could never, you know.
Well, here's a white young lady, a good friend of ours, Rebecca. She says the white community's fault.
Thank you for taking that on, Rebecca.
Well,
You know, but it was a planned thing, but we never stopped it.
I think what it is a failure of strategy. Failure of strategy within the black community. We've always talked about it. We've never put together a strategic plan. And then every time, because we never had any wealth, because we never had a plan, everything will happen, and we vote by race. We don't vote by position, or we don't vote by who supports and who pushes our agenda. Because of all this stuff right here, and because we vote in those kind of blocks and we don't have any economics, and then we allow other societies to put elected officials up to represent us, and then we'll allow them to sit in them seats, and then instead of saying, hey, you're doing a good job because you're actually doing a good job, we're just saying they're doing a good job because they black and they actually made it, which is not really doing a good job.
You're absolutely right, Jay. You're absolutely right.
You ain't agreeing with me, Charlie Brown. You ain't agreeing with me. I can't.
No, you're absolutely right, and you got a valid point there. We got to vote for a person who's going to do more for the community, and you cannot follow people like Bart Simpson, and a lot of people are following him. He is part of the deterioration, all that crap he be talking.
Bart Simpson, Foghorn Leghorn, all of them. I can call all the ones we follow. And all the names I'm calling out, they got somebody associated.
Don't talk about Stuart Griffin.
What you say, Natalie?
I was gonna say, you know, you have to really look at what is I believe the question, if I had it right, what is the cause of the destruction of our community? And I really believe it is the cause of it is, of course, the institutionalized racist fabric of this country where it's woven. Understand that they have, this is a layered thing. There's not one, and that's been
it's
our issue.
multitude.
Like,
Yeah,
we always want to pick one point and say this is going to fix it. No, it's not. It is a layered process. And the first thing that has to change is mindset. And that comes from the media that has been given to the whole world. It's not just us, it's the whole world. They have shaped who Black Americans are supposed to be. They have told that to the whole world, which is why when the whole world comes to this country, they still look at us as if we are less than. It is that perpetuating that story all will become internalized into our community. So then we then we self-destruct.
Yeah, but Natalie, you have to give credit to every time Black America has tried to become successful in society, we are put 3 steps back. Renaissance period, Black Wall Street. You talk about Rosewood. You can talk about any time in Black America where we stepped forward and we said, F those people who are in charge of us. We're going to be better than them. Every time we've done that, our world has been crippled and torn apart. And you have to place blame to another society, white society, whatever you want to call it, society has been always stepping on our neck. Every time we become successful, they push us 3 steps back. And so you think about in North Carolina in 1896, I believe, we had it where we had 6, 7 state legislators in North Carolina setting the bar and changing the narrative in North Carolina. And what happened? When they saw that happening, guess what they did? They tore that apart and they took that away from us.
But I believe again, it's a very broad sense of mindset that we're not used to. But I guess me coming up with in a predominantly white area, understand a lot of what you just said right there is not even a thought for the white community. That they don't even think that way, because what do you mean? That mindset isn't even there for them. I believe to say that, like when you were saying that when we have achieved success, we are success. The reason why we are success is because this country wouldn't be what it is without us. But
we can say that, but how do
we're not successful?
How do we perpetuate that? How do we perpetuate that into society? Because this is what I'm getting you to understand here. If I'm successful as a Black man and I generate wealth, what I got to do is I got to look back and I got to help all my cousins, brothers, sisters, and everybody else understand, help them with a footstep up, because I become the patriarch of the community. With white people, they don't have to see that. When they become successful, it's not as hard on them to actually do that. In the same, if we can be, this is statistics, what I'm talking about. We can come with the same degree, same job, and everything like that. But I gotta always constantly help somebody. Where on the white community side, they're building within the fabric of their society, and that's why they're able to create generational wealth and all those other factors that perpetuate their society. They perpetuate their role in society.
But they reach back and get their own too. They reach back and
but it's a different kind of reach back. And Charlie, before you start, I'll send you all the facts on what I just said.
No, I'm not going. Only thing I'm gonna say, you have to realize when we were slaves and they set us free, we started out with nothing, zero.
And that was done, and I agree with you, Charlie, wholeheartedly. We didn't just only start off with nothing. They freed us and said, okay, y'all go out and do what you do. But then during the whole time of slavery, they never let us read. They never let us learn. Right. They never let us do anything to make ourselves independent from them. So when they freed us, we still was dependent on them for the first 20, 50, 100 years, because guess what? We didn't know what to do.
We started out with absolutely nothing.
They don't want to hear that conversation. You know why? Because it's the truth. They've never given us a leg up. And every time we've taken the chance to get our own leg up, Natalie, guess what? They tore our society thresholds apart.
And that's what the 40 acres and the mule was about. And then after Lincoln got killed, Andrew Jackson rescinded that. Creep. He rescinded it.
And I apologize, Natalie, for getting into your conversation. I do.
And Dr. Hall said that it's integration that is the reason for the issues in our community.
I just one issue. I don't think
Yeah.
that. I think that was a
But
catalyst.
it's a number of things.
That was a catalyst that kicked it off.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
nobody's saying that every issue that's stated here is the issue, but it's a combination of things.
Yeah, it's like a perfect storm.
Yeah, it is. And
It's a
just
perfect
like
storm. That's a good analogy.
Judge
Burke.
what's his name said that
Burke.
Judge Burke said that air conditioning was one of the factors, and it makes sense. They started going in the house, and the old ladies didn't stay on the porch no more. Once air conditioning became popular,
Air conditioning was invented by a black man. Air conditioning was invented by a black man.
It don't matter.
A black
It's
man
still
is
something that took the people in the house. Cecilia said, let me get Cecilia. She said, I don't believe we have a community. Nowadays, the children don't play together, and the parents don't care about the community. They outside smoking weed, and the children inside playing a game on the phones.
I agree with her.
You got a valid point.
I agree with her, but my thing is this: that's all. But I can't get mad at that because that's just how society is in 2021. And so what we must do is we must adapt to fix that.
Jay, it goes right back to what you're saying. We need to set a standard. We need to set some parameter to get something changed. We can't just talk about it.
If I can just say this, one thing my years of working in domestic violence showed me is that this country is well aware of how to fix what they've messed up, because I worked with many grants and many things that work for victims of abuse. And the biggest victim of abuse is the Black community. This country has admittedly said that they are our abuser, and they have abused us in several different ways, economically, financially, physically, the same thing that a regular victim of abuse goes through. So understanding that in order to fix our situation, we need the same exact thing that the government says a victim of abuse, domestic violence, needs, which is a continuum of care. Every victim to go from victim to survivor in a domestic violence situation needs a continuum of care around them that addresses physical health, mental health, education, care, finances, housing, transportation, all of those areas we need as a people and as a community, and the country knows that. They know that because they've already put it in writing. That's how you help a victim of.
You know what?
And Natalie, I agree with you wholeheartedly. But guess what, Natalie? In order for that continuing care to work, Black people got to be willing to step to the table and make sure that the conversation about Black people is heard. Because what's happening in America right now, Natalie, is a group of white people who come from privilege who are writing the standard of what it is for Black America to follow. And guess what? They can't answer that standard because they don't know what it is to be feel struggle. And to feel that neglect that Black America has been dealing with for going on 300-400 years since we've been on this island.
Robert.
And not only that, I said it, I think, a couple of weeks ago. And I go back and somebody made a comment about something. But anyway, if I am coming from overseas and I know I can set up a liquor store, a hair shop, or whatever in your community, a Black community, and you will keep shopping with me and I can keep abusing you, guess what I'm going to do? Keep doing the same thing. It's the same. It's just a larger number.
But RG, we got to stop.
That they can keep coming over here and taking your property, telling you what to do, beating you down, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep doing it.
RG, but where's the think tanks at? Where are the think tanks that give us where are the think tanks at in our community that says these are for authority? Natalie said it earlier. We invented everything.
Right.
But guess what? What are we inventing now? Nothing.
We don't have two things that are wrong. Two things that are wrong. We don't. No, hold on. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong. We don't have visionaries and we don't have leaders that have balls.
Yeah, we got leaders with balls and we have visionaries. The problem is we're too distorted amongst ourselves because we got fake leaders who give us fake news, and we would rather follow the fake news and not step on each other's toes and not piss each other off than to tell the truth to each other, and that's the issue.
And we got
Melinda asked me, did I check? Did I check what? What did she? I don't know what you mean, Melinda. What I check anything?
Who are you? Oh, you don't have a name right now. Well, what Chad a moment ago, you said something. But another thing is,
I don't know why they keep taking my name off. I'm Chad.
Okay. Well, Chad, when we don't have either, and this is a big problem here in the city. Hold on, I'm about to drop a ball on you.
Oh.
We need to learn how to be followers and follow the person in charge and stop trying to be the Indian and the chief. Too
That's
many
the
of us
problem.
want to be a chief and don't know
But the
what
That's
to do
your
problem.
when we don't.
Hargrave cable going out, I believe.
Whose?
That's your Hargrave cable. I believe that everybody else all right, isn't it?
No, I'm not all right. I got
Because I don't
crooked.
see nothing up saying we having no technical
I guess
difficulties.
crooked
That
ain't
must be
working too
y'all's
good.
thing.
Can y'all see
Melissa?
it, Charlie?
Julius, you think I got crooked? It ain't working good. That's why my picture can't come up.
Yeah, I
What
got
you mean? You
Charlie.
mean cricket or crooked? Which one you trying to say?
Oh, you know
Oh
I'm
Lord,
Ebonic.
oh
You know
Lord.
exactly. You know exactly. Ebonic.
Hold on.
Hey, I just
That
want.
talk is
Right.
work
Is
real
it
time.
just, hold on.
I just want.
Is it just mine? Or is everybody fading out?
Nah,
It-
I'm
it's
good.
It's just yours.
It's just yours, Julie.
I don't see
Well, I
much
don't see
Charlie.
nothing
I
telling me
told you,
that I'm
Governor
losing
Kempo,
cable. I got a
Governor Kempo
strong.
to come out here and shut you down. I told you.
Mm-hmm. I blame Charlie Brown and his cricket. Cricket.
Crooked. That's right. I got crooked. See, the problem with black people, right, is you perfect example right now. You two focus on, because I say crooked or crooked, and somebody say, I say Andrew Jackson wrong. What the big deal? We know who Andrew
It's
Jackson
a big deal.
is.
Charlie Brown is a big
That's
deal because we
not
want to make Charlie Brown. We want people to have the right sources to the right people. Charlie, it is a
they
big
got
deal.
it. They got it, but that's where their interests lie at. To correct
Boy, y'all
each
in the
other.
People, Charlie Brown. People fail for two things: lack of information, lack of knowledge.
That's correct.
Come on, Charlie Brown.
That's correct. But it's
So you can't be
close
preaching
now.
if you can't be preaching and teaching if you ain't be able to be
Jay,
reaching with it.
Jay, but it's close knowledge and they know it. But they're too busy trying to destroy each other instead of trying to figure out how to fight these white folks.
Julius need to figure out how to fight his internet battles he got going on.
y'all ain't got no sense. I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say.
We need to figure out how to stop fighting each other, not fighting the white folks. We need to figure out how we fighting each other.
Y'all been
Bernard.
they're my brother's keeper.
You know what? One thing
Bernard, that's exactly what I'm saying. They're worrying about words. I'm trying to
Charlie,
promote.
Charlie, let me, before I put the circle on you, let Natalie talk.
I was gonna say, sometimes it's really good to just support somebody with your silence. If it's not something that,
I
I
agree.
try to make sure that I root for everybody black. And if there's folks that I may not necessarily agree wholeheartedly with what they're doing, but it's still to benefit my people, then I'm just going to support them with my silence. I don't have to feel bad about them. I just need to put my passion to what I'm passionate about and move forward. Stay in your lane. But why we got to do this bickering at other people's passion for making our community better? That's where we mess up.
Natalie, I hear you, Natalie, but sometimes when we are silent, when we should be speaking up, that's my only downfall.
No.
To
I don't
that.
mean speaking. I don't mean being silent against things that hurt us.
Yes, ma'am.
What I'm saying is, like, I'll use an example. I don't know the name of that organization, but where the
Tanya said it best. Silence with your money.
Yes, silence with your money.
And that's the sad part we don't do.
Or support with your money. We don't do that either.
Natalie, talk this one. How about we'll go to a black business and if they got one thing wrong, we'll talk about everything it is under the sun wrong about that black business. But then we go to a white business or a regular business, and guess what? We'll have cold food, the drink, the sweet tea, sour, look like it ain't been expired for 4 or 5 days, and we'll talk to our friends. Yeah, man, I had a ball at so-and-so restaurant, but we don't never mention the downfalls of those communities right there. And that's a big point we need to focus on.
Jay, on the serious side, what Natalie said, silence sometimes when a person feel like their vocabulary, I'm serious, not correct, they stay silent because blacks do just what you do. I know what you and me, I'm serious. I'm not joking with you. With me and you, it's okay because I care less. But I'm saying other blacks destroy other blacks and that keep them say, I'm not going to say nothing because they will make fun at me, and so I'll be quiet. And that's what we got to
Charlie, you know good and well. I joke with you about this.
No, it's not about
But
me. No.
I don't do this in the world because I always believe in people taking chances. And Charlie, I don't know why you don't act like you ain't known me the last 12 years to be that kind of person.
Jay, it happened. Dr. Brian know I'm telling the truth.
Right.
I know I'm telling the truth. We as Black people have a tendency to put down each other in a foam, and we're not getting anywhere. We need to uplift each other. If the guy even say the word raggedy, it don't make no difference. You know what he meant. You can correct it later, but don't stop him in the middle of a sentence.
If they saying strawberry, I'm gonna tell them they don't need to say strawberry. It's strawberry. I'm gonna tell them what's right, Charlie. I'm sorry. That's just me.
I'm saying, no, Jay, I disagree with you. The guy can be in a flow, Jay. Jay, see, this is what I'm talking about.
What about scrimp?
If they say scrimp, I'm gonna say how much does scrimp cost? How much does scrimp cost?
It is shrimp.
You know what I mean?
It is.
If they say overday, I'm gonna say something about them saying overday. I'm sorry, Charlie.
What if they're Pacific and what they talking?
And if they trying to cost the Pacific, I'm gonna cuss them out on that one too, Charlie.
You do not open your mouth. You keep your damn mouth shut.
That's what's wrong, Charlie. And then Charlie, no, I'm gonna tell you why I know. I'm gonna tell you why I know. I'm gonna tell you why I know. I'm gonna tell you why I know because Charlie, if they go in front, if they go and get a job, if they go and get a job, Charlie, if they go to get a job, Charlie, and they use them words, they won't get a job, Charlie.
You're not listening. I'm saying if you can correct them, you correct them
What about
all over.
It's a Henry Street or Henry.
You don't correct them then. That's what I'm saying.
Charlie, I don't even know. I don't know, Charlie. I don't even know. Right, Brian, let me tell you, Charlie, I don't even know why you play me like that, because you know I do that all the time, talking to people in private, then talking in public. But I'm gonna joke and play with you, Charlie.
Jay, it's not about me and you. I'm trying to get the message out to people. Don't do that to others.
I understand, Charlie. But the problem was you use me as an example.
Is lift them up, and then after the event is over with, if you feel free to go up to them and say, you mispronounced a couple of stuff, but we know what you meant. You don't stop them in the middle of a conversation.
Bernard, you are now the producer. Go ahead, Bernard.
Hey, Mr. Charlie, you need to lift me up because you say my damn show is destroying the Black community.
Woo! Hallelujah! Hey, Bernard, you know what they call that? That's the cat calling the kettle black.
No.
Hello.
But
it's all right for Charlie Brown to say it, but everybody else can't.
I came back, Bernard.
Touchdown.
Back, you know what I say?
Touchdown.
Bernard, I came back and said, I was just kidding.
Shots fired.
Bernard, I came back and said, I was just kidding you.
No. See, so Bernard, he can say just kidding, but we can't.
We can, yeah.
See? That just like that. That boy, I tell you, just like Charlie Brown. Do as I say. Hey, Bernard, do as I say and not as I do.
No. I'm trying to make a valid point for Black people. We say we put down each other. We put down their businesses. We need
y'all should talk about my man.
See, you even got people in the audience correcting my stuff. Miss Producer, go ahead and put the Linda thing out there for us, Miss Producer.
And what's a thing? I don't know what that
is.
There you go.
Y'all talk about my mailbag.
And listen, Producer
Van Johnson.
And listen, we got about 15 minutes.
Look, time to go.
Y'all need to work with the producer host of this show, internet.
Right.
Now go ahead and tell them I said that.
That's
okay. So the next topic is voting and the Willie Lynch Syndrome. Voting and the Willie Lynch Syndrome. Chandra, you want to start us off with this one?
No.
Oh man. Shut down. Where's the producer at, y'all? I need help. Charlie Brown, do you want to start with this one?
Chad, start it off, Chad.
No, Chad is not going to start this off because Chad don't want to get into it with Charlie Brown with his language and conversation.
I don't know exactly where we at, to be honest with you.
We talking about the Willie Lynch syndrome.
Oh, the Willie Lynch Syndrome.
Y'all ain't gotta act the way y'all at.
And why is it working?
Why is it working? That's a good question.
It's been working for
the reason it's probably working is that for the fact that they have to keep us divided in that sense to order to keep their agenda where it's at, and that's my honest opinion. And we help put fuel in the automobile to drive it. We really do.
Yeah, I agree.
We do.
Nat, you got something?
I would just say that we haven't been able to heal those wounds, and then what happens is we allow people to poke them, and it aggravates us to a point where we just self-destruct.
Okay, RG.
I already said it. If I know I can come in your community and do what I'm doing, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it, why would I stop? It's like I think Sandra, if I come in your house, Sandra, and I steal your checkbook or I steal your money every week, and you don't do nothing about it, why would I stop? I'm benefiting.
Okay, I'm back. My computer went out, but I'm back.
And everything, you got the Willie Lynch syndrome. I was trying to tell him you didn't, but
I figured the light skin. I figured the light skin versus the dark skin was getting ready to kick in, and we was gonna have some Willie Lynch conversation going on. Some old versus the young, some of that going on. The women versus men, all them Now I can talk about Willie Lynch all day. But Bernard, it ain't after dark yet. But what's your conversation about the Willie Lynch syndrome?
Hey, I'm gonna pass on that. I'm pass.
Okay, Chandra, you got some more verbiage to it, or you gonna pass it again?
I mean, well, you guys know that it's been a plan from the very beginning to divide us. In every sense of everything, and that's the reason why they get people like you to run for office, and they pay you and sit you, in they sit you there, to take votes from viable candidates. I mean, it's all a plan.
I think you addressed one of the major political problems we've been having in this community and other communities.
I'm gonna take my camera off before he starts talking.
I want to thank you for sharing that. You are speaking of the gospel truth.
All right.
I mean,
if you don't wear those shoes, then don't worry about it. They're not for you. We were talking about the ones who do wear those shoes.
Chandra, we done talked about this 1,000 times before. The problem with us is we just need to make our way to the polls when it comes to that stuff right there. If we march in major numbers, we can change major things. But if we go and march in marginalized numbers, they can pick and choose what communities that they want to support based on who goes out there and vote. And let me tell you something. RG will tell you this. There are machines out there that can figure out who votes and who don't vote in your community. And guess what? I can tell you this right now. Tatumville is getting all kind of letters right now about selling their property. But I can tell you one thing. Osley Park ain't getting them letters. So I can tell you with this being with an affirmation, they know what areas to target because of economic anxiety, and they know what areas to target because there is no economic anxiety. There's a reason why they have speed bumps throughout Osley Park all the time, and you don't have any speed bumps in Cloverdale. And I'm speaking to my sister.
Let me
There's a reason for all that stuff.
Let me add that real quick. I kid you not. Today I rode through Brownsville neighborhood. I can guarantee if we don't get our act together, Brownsville neighborhood will be gone in the next 3 years. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. Keep on playing. There are at least 50 vacant, rundown homes in Brownsville. You know how historic the neighborhood is? Keep on playing and see what happens.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, because my other computer went out. I don't know what the hell wrong with it. I had to jump on this one. But we got exactly 18 minutes left before we have to go off. So we're gonna get to our last subject. And our last subject, producer.
What is it?
Corruption.
Voter suppression and Poe Wentworth. I don't know whether we're gonna have time to cover this. I don't know whether my feed is gonna go out because there's something wrong with StreamYard. It's not my cable. Don't y'all tell me I got Hargrave
They trying to, I
or
think Carrie
something.
Smith out there trying to get you, brother. Carrie Smith out there trying to get you.
You might be got crooked.
I said it. That was our said it moment.
That ain't who getting them. That's on what I'm trying to think of the dude name now. What's his name?
Charles.
No, not him either, because he ain't smart enough. The other one,
Damn.
What's the other one name? Dave Simon. That's the one.
Yeah,
That's the one. That's the one. Hey, just don't let him put his hands on you, Julius. Don't let him put his hands on you. That's all I got to say. Just don't let him put his hands on you.
You know that's his specialty. That's what he specializes.
I'm going to let this in.
Where is that, Charlie Brown? He specialized.
Dave Simon not specialized in coming into a politician home camp and try to do much damage as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, well, see, these are the machines that we talk about.
He is the machine.
He is the machine. You know, they paid him at least $65,000 for him to come in and run this campaign.
Hold on.
For
I know that AMIR. Sorry, Chandra.
You know,
I don't think most of the people. I think Jay might know who he is and Julius, but I don't think the rest of you guys might know who Dave Simon is. Really,
I don't. I don't know, but
Dave,
I know y'all ain't talking $65,000 and ain't called me.
Dave Simons is a political. For those who don't know who Dave Simon is, he's a political operative in the community of Chatham County. He does do some work in Bryan, does do some work in Effingham. His most successful campaign in the last 2-3 years was the current mayor of Savannah, Georgia, Van Johnson. That's his most recent client as far as politics is concerned. His newest client is Port Wentworth mayor and the 3 people who are running as a slate with the current mayor of Port Wentworth to keep the incumbency rolling in Port Wentworth. Do I do justice for it, Julius Hall, or do I need to say anything else?
No. What about Meg Heap? Oh
yeah, he was a big supporter of Meg Heap too. I apologize, Amir. But Meg Heap is a Republican, so I don't really talk about Meg Heap.
Well, he done lost a bunch of races. Me and Charlie done whipped his ass before. If they don't disqualify me out here, we will beat him again. The only way that they can beat with Dave Simon is to disqualify me. If they don't disqualify me, Dave Simon is immaterial and a non-factor.
And RG, just like that, when I talked about Dave Simon, you saw my internet started flickering in and out. So I'm gonna stop talking about him.
I don't know you, brother. Don't mess with my stuff. And I like that food, so you don't want to mess my stuff away.
I want to invite everybody out since this subject is on voter suppression in Port Wentworth. I want to invite everybody out. We're going to be doing a whole lot of things. I invite y'all to make phone calls to tell them that you'll vote if you live in Port Wentworth, or if you're a Chatham County resident and you think that it's that it should be addressed, then you can call and ask, make your complaint to the Port Wentworth City Hall, to the election supervisor. There's certain, you can write a letter to her. We got a hearing at 10 o'clock on Friday. I only ask that the law be upheld. I don't care about anything else. My charges were 30 years ago. They are immaterial. The only issue on the board right now is if the wording of my restoration of rights versus the wording in another part of the Constitution. Both of them are out of the Constitution. The powers that were given, the latest powers should trump old powers, because new law trumps old law. And so with them giving me my rights and telling me that there was only one condition, and that was that I don't carry a firearm until I get that right back, then those were the only restrictions that should have applied to me, but they weren't. And so somebody put a challenge in, and that's where we are now. Court. We have a hearing at at 10 o'clock Friday at the Fort Worth City Hall. And the challenge is whether I should have to wait 10 years. See, I know they're not going to be satisfied with that. They'll tell me then that I should wait to 2026. You can never satisfy these people. There is no case law for this, none. So this would be the first case. This case is totally unlike Tony Riley's case.
Correct.
Yes, it is a 10-year thing that they're trying to put on me, but I have my rights restored. Tony didn't. So it's a big difference. It's a big difference. I have my rights restored. He didn't. So
Night and day.
And answer the question, David Simons is the one who ran for the school board.
Right.
I wanted also known that Meg Heap does sit on the parole and pardons and parole board. She was appointed at the beginning of the year by the governor, Kemp. So I do want those two pieces known. And so I'm sure that she has a lot to do with all this conversation we talk about.
A lot of shit. I got to talk to her about something myself.
I gotta say, Chad, why you didn't tell all the business about Dave Simon?
Drop it off. Y'all know I'm gonna drop a mic.
What other thing I need to talk about, Dave? I didn't want Julius. I wanted Julius to get his points out. So, I mean,
go ahead and tell it.
Did he not have something tied like domestic violence or something like that?
You didn't hear what I said, Amir? You didn't hear what I said? I said Julius don't let him put his hands on you. You heard me. I said Julius, just don't get caught in the alley. Don't let him put your hands on you.
So
you did say that.
So he ran. That why we didn't be clear about it. And when that came out, that's when he began to shy away. But see, we don't talk about it. See, we didn't talk about Julius. They'll talk about Julius, but then those other people, they'll still go ahead and put them on the head. I'm saying, no, it ain't about that right now. He still can be a political operative, and people know he's involved in domestic violence. So if anything, shut it all down.
Yep.
Whoop whoop.
Well, the other one I told wasn't worthwhile. He should be in the. What's the one who got the contract? Jody Hawk.
Yeah,
he looked like he done been through some domestic violence himself.
Y'all out here having a whole WWE table out of some chairs, man.
That's where you see all the corruption. Because how you get a $400,000 contract from your friend?
Because he's doing all the legwork against Julius Hall on all these social media pages. I mean,
that's what he's doing.
Come on now.
He's doing all the legwork. He filed the complaint. I mean, he filed the challenge. He did everything, and they're not even qualified. The business that they have don't even have an address. They're working out of a house with a $500,000 contract to promote this city. They're working out of a house in a neighborhood around the corner.
He is qualified. You know how he's qualified? He got 4 votes on city council. That's how he's qualified.
City council. He did get 4 votes on the city council.
I'm not trying to say I'm right or wrong. I'm just calling for what it is, factually speaking. And someone elected this man in office, or someone appointed this man in office. Because the problem with Port Wentworth politics we don't talk about enough is I think 2 or 3 of them people were appointed by the governor, and that means the governor had to come all the way down here to Port Wentworth to appoint some of these people on the city council. So we don't talk about that enough.
Yeah, my cable going out again. I don't know what's wrong with this thing.
Hard-grade wireless.
I know
Hard-grade wireless.
I know what's wrong with it. Jody got
Jody. Hey, in the song called Jody Bernard, but isn't the songwriter called Jody?
Jody got your girl and gone.
Military.
Jody got your cable gone.
You might have Tanya and go. Tanya, you down there?
No. Hey, we gonna call Jody Cable Guy.
Hey,
The cable guy.
But it's a shame. These people are not qualified to get this contract. They were the worst ones out of all to have even put in a proposal, and that just shows the corruptness of this administration, and people aren't challenging it. I am. I will change everything, and they know it, and that's why they're so adamant in what they're trying to do to me. I'm taking a big pay cut to even try to be the mayor. I spend that much a month in bills. for what they pay a year. But what I'm saying is I wanted to make this city better. That's what it's all about. It ain't about money, it ain't about status. It's about making this city better. These people have no vision to do that, period. None whatsoever. And we don't have one doctor here. We don't have one lawyer here. We don't have any place where you can change your tire. We don't have any place where you can get your teeth cleaned. We don't have anything here. Every city around us is booming and blooming, and we're still paying people under the table.
So
and
why is it like that?
Them to sue me. They tell me, stop calling them racist so they sue me. Stop saying that they're crooked before they sue me. Sue me so we can go to court and we can prove it.
Hey, and Jody said, just because he got a black grandson, he said he ain't prejudiced.
A lot of them slave masters have black grandchildren.
Yeah. But anyway,
all that means his kids ain't as racist as he is. That's all that means.
Hallelujah.
You know what? You know what? And I guess they thought that this would bother me. But one thing I got to tell everybody: if anybody know me, you can't shame me. I've been through darker times. I'm not even supposed to be here right now. Yeah. By the grace of God, I'm sitting here. So you can't scare me into anything. You can't shame me into anything. I'm going to be who I am every day that I'm alive for the rest of my life. I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to tell you like it is. I don't, they tell me to have a little tact and decorum. I'll try as much as I can. Natalie, don't get on me about it.
Get on him, Natalie. Get on him. Get on him, Natalie.
I had a good senator call me today, too, and told me to be calm. And I am. But I got to be who I am. I got to be able to tell people that they're trying to rob us. They're trying to suppress the vote by doing this. They don't want to beat me at the polls because they know they can't. The people don't trust them anymore, so the people trust me. So I'm what the people want, but they're trying to make sure that the people don't get what they need. I'm going to make this city a better city. I'm going to bring diversity here. We're going to make sure that we have mixed use when we bring warehouses also. We're going to make sure that there are impact fees for all these warehouses, because we just can't have warehouses without somebody having to pay for it. These roads have to be paid for. People being held up in traffic. Things need to be paid for. We have sports complexes that have to go up. It's a whole lot of things that needs to happen here in the city, and these people have no vision for it. So they're trying to get rid of me. Hopefully with God, God is always able when the devil is busy, and the devil is quite busy right now. And we go hearing on Friday at 10 a.m. She won't give a ruling until Wednesday, so we'll find out what that is. If it's
so
not,
it take her 5 days to get that. It take her 5 days to get that.
Right.
Yeah, 5 days. What you say, Bernard?
Hey, I want to say this. Just like Facebook, shut you down for 3 or 4 days for making a comment, they should be shutting him down for what I seen on his Facebook page was totally disrespectful and wrong. So do something about that, Facebook.
Yeah, they should. It is. He is doing whatever he wants to do. He's doing whatever he wants to do, and that's just pitiful that they can tell you that you can't say a word, but he can put up anything that he wants to.
Yeah.
It's all about analytics, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. It's all about analytics. You just got to figure out what words to use when you're actually using your wording. It's all about analytics.
True.
I don't know. Julius went pause on us. The thing about like I said, Julie says all that, but there are 2 seats. I want to remind us there are 2 seats in Port Wentworth. 2 seats in Port Wentworth. There were appointed seats. I keep harping on that. 2 seats are appointed seats. What's happening is people have died in those seats. People have resigned from those seats, and all they do is appoint somebody to go into that seat. And then when it comes time for that name to be on the ballot, they go on the ballot as an incumbent that was never elected by the people. And so it's very important that we stress the fact that when these people become incumbents by appointment, we need to call those things out too.
Yeah.
One of the things that we outnumber everybody here in Port Wentworth. We're 47% of the population here. We are in control of the vote here. They cannot beat us in any of the 4 races, none of them. They will lose power, even if they are successful in kicking me out. If they're successful, I believe that we can still beat them with a write-in campaign
I
for
told that to somebody. I don't know who
to beat this
was it
man.
you? I talked to you about that.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to explore it. It's a possibility, but even if we don't, the mayor will still be a weak mayor because it'll be 5-2. If I'm in it, it'll be 6-1. And because they can't beat me. Hell, ain't nobody in the Chatham County can beat me.
Except for Jay Jones or I.B. Chad, but I'm going to keep that to myself.
But anyway, we got we got 3 minutes left because I got to end it exactly on time, because if we go over the 2-hour mark, I can't replay the show.
Right.
It has to be under 2 hours. So we got 5 minutes. And then y'all want to give out support. Y'all know where I'm at. Y'all want to come out and protest. We're protesting tomorrow and Friday and all of next week also. Natalie is in charge of that.
I'll say this. I sure hope some of our African-American black attorneys are involved with this. I'll just leave it at that. But we got, what, 4, 5, 6, 7 of y'all down here? I sure hope y'all are watching this and tuning in to support Mr. Hall. Enough said.
I'll be in Atlanta, Georgia, burying my brother on Friday, so I will not be around. So
our condolences to you, Jay Jones, and our prayers are with you and your family.
Definitely, Jay.
Jamar Torre, what's happening? That's my good brother. He spoke before I spoke the other day, and I appreciate you. You stood in for Pastor Leonard Smalls, and you did an awesome job, and I appreciate you. Even though you ain't standing, you're first mate, know. But whoever there to take it, you and Leonard Smalls, y'all are warriors in this community, and my hat goes off to y'all.
And I want to say that brother was clean.
Was clean.
Yeah, to be more careful.
He was clean.
Yeah, he was more clean.
He was cleaner than Bernard Brown.
He was clean. He was cleaner than the Macy's standing person in the window. He was clean.
Yeah, he was clean.
Got to be more careful.
Have to admit that.
I was trying to find out where that outfit was. That boy was so clean.
Yeah, I told my wife, I said, "Well, how you dressed like that, and you got me dressed in this two-color?"
Hey! I said Julius Hall can never wear that blue jacket again, man. How clean that brother was.
He was wearing them green slacks, man. Goodness gracious, brother.
Yeah,
that's why he in the dark right now.
Yeah, I gotta get a pair of them.
Jamal, tell him that was that seafood you had Saturday.
Got to be more careful.
Yeah. Well, at any rate, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all coming on. I appreciate y'all support. If anybody want to help out here, we'll be doing things out here, I think from 2 to 5 or something like that, Natalie. 2 to 5 or something like that on tomorrow. And on Friday, I think they'll be out here from 9 to 12.
Yeah.
9 a.m. to 12. The hearing is on Friday at 10. All we want is a fair shake. If you follow the law and the court saying that I can't run, then I can't run. I'm writing 3 books. I just finished one. I sent it to the publisher. I got 2 more to write. I got a business to run. I got an e-commerce business here with all the stuff back here that I got. I got a lot to do. I got a network that we're building together with all of y'all. So we got things that we're doing, but I want to make Pope Wentworth better. That's my whole mission. I didn't want to run for office. God put this on me. So whatever happens, I guess it'll be a lesson. It's going to be a lesson.
I think it would be great if, Julia, just to reiterate, if you are available, or if you know someone who's available, if you can come out Friday, especially, because there's only 20 people allowed in the hearing, and you have to sign up for that on Monday. So we would love to have support.
Was Monday gone?
Right, this past Monday. So if you didn't get on that list, we'd still love to have you come out and support. As Julia said, they'll be protesting. Also, you can support by liking and sharing this broadcast.
And we got to go. That's the word.
Good night.
All right, y'all be good.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Good night.
Love y'all.